in northern Italy, is the birthplace of Saint Mary Mazzarrello, founders of the Salesian Sisters. Today, thousands of sisters under her banner work for the education of the young. The world over with a special method and a spirit, known as the spirit of Mornese. Let's go to Mornese.
Okay, let's go to Mornese. I'm sure many, especially the teachers who have been working here for many years, you might have heard about Mazzarrello. You might have seen the life story of Mother Mazzarrello being acted out every year on this particular feast day by the sisters, by the girls and boys. Today, I would like to show you a few slides, making you familiar the different places, important places or symbols in the life of Mother Mazzarrello. And there will be one or two video clips too. Superior also in her welcome speech, she has already narrated some of the events or some of the life story of Mother Mazzarrello, which you will also see here in the small video clips, as well as in the acting of the girls. So let's go to Mornese. To know Saint Mary Mazzarrello, we go through a tour of her places. This is the village of Mornese. This is the parish church. We see there the bell tower. That is the parish church where Saint Mary Mazzarrello loved to go for Mass, or the days when she is not able to go for Mass, she would meet Jesus through the window. This house is a house located in Italy, in Mornese. The left side, the smaller house that you see, that is the old house where Mother Mazzarrello is born. And on the right side, the building, that is a newly constructed building where the sisters now reside. In the old house where Mother Mazzarrello is born, many of her things are preserved there. It's now like a small museum where all her things, the things that were used by the family, the utensils, and some of the clothes and many other things, they were preserved and kept there. So whenever sisters from all over the world or any group of organization, young people, they go to visit Mornese as a pilgrimage, they go to visit this place to see. This is a famous Balponasca farmhouse of Mother Mazzarrello. Actually, the house which I showed you earlier, that is in Mornese, it is in Mazzarrelli. And this house is in a farm on a small hillock. It is around 45 minutes to 1 hour walk from the house where she was born. So the family, they shifted to this farmhouse for the convenience of cultivation, working in the vineyard. And this here, you see the small window there. This is a very famous window, the window of Valponasca, we call Valponasca window. This is a famous window through which Mother Mazzarrello used to meet Jesus. Every evening, she would call her brothers and sisters, sit down in a small room in this window, and through this window, they look at the parish church and they talk to Jesus, they meet Jesus, even though the distance was too far, they were able to talk to Jesus through this window. Here, this is one of the places where the sisters, when they go to visit Mornese, they go for a day of prayer. Valponaska house, Valponaska window. This is a group of sisters, Salesian sisters, that had come for a day of animation. This is the window that I'm talking about, Valponaska window. Mother Mazzarrello is a very small room. It's a wooden house. This house is a wooden house, a very small room. Hardly 10 people can contain inside this room. So Mother Mazzarrello would go with her brothers and sisters and kneel down before this window, look at the parish church and pray, talk to Jesus through this window. This long building that you see, it is Colegio. Colegio, actually Don Bosco, when he visited Mornese in 1864, he promised the people, the village people of Mornese, to build a school for the boys. And people were so happy, they all worked hard together to build this house. But afterwards, Don Bosco had given this house to the sisters. That is why the people had a kind of grudge towards the sisters. And in the beginning, Mother Mazzarrello and her companions, they had a hard time starting of the congregation because they were hated by the people. And this was one of the reasons. This is a well that is kept in Colegio. This is a simple well, but these are all symbolic in the life of Mother Mazzarrello because all these symbols speaks about the spirituality of Mother Mazzarrello, of hard work, of sacrifices, but very joyful, cheerful life. This is vineyard. Like how our people here, we cultivate chili, we cultivate bananas. Here, the people cultivate grapes. The grape, it is called vineyard, no? The cultivation of grapes is called vineyard. So this is the vineyard. On the hillocks of Valponaska, you will see all this vineyard. But now, very few vineyards are being cultivated. Many of the vineyards are already abandoned because the people, they are now getting shifted to other bigger towns and cities for a better, comfortable life and also in search of other jobs, other living styles. Okay, this is River Roverno. Roverno is another very symbolic river for us Salesian sisters because here, Mother Mazzarrello, they would go to this river. Mother Mazzarrello and the first sisters, they would go to this river to do their washing. No, that time the life was very difficult. No? So this river also reminds us of the poverty of our sisters, the life, the struggles that they went through, the poverty. And every laundry day, every day that they go to wash clothes here, they call it a harvest day, harvesting day. And the sisters go here, Mother Mazzarrello and the sisters, they go here very happy, singing songs, they go to wash the clothes, and they eat some chestnuts to satisfy their hunger, and they come back home. And this river now is getting dry. Year by year, the water is getting dry. Some of the places, there is not even a flow of water. And many people who come to visit Mornese, they go to this river for a day of prayer, reflection, especially on the spirituality of Mother Mazzarrello. This river is around 45 minutes walk from the house of Mother Mazzarrello to this river. These are all pilgrims, Salesian sisters and others. Now, this is the present house at Mornese. The sisters are here. There is a community, and continuously there are programs, pilgrims coming from different parts of the world, young people, Salesian cooperators, then other lay people, other organizations, and of course Salesian sisters every year. This is the shrine of Mother Mazzarrello in Mornese. This is the front part of the shrine. This picture is a picture, today the girls also will be acting out. After she got struck by typhoid, she was returning from the church and she had a vision in Borgo Alto where she heard a voice telling her, "I entrust them to you." So this was the starting point, or a divine revelation that made Mother Mazzarrello to begin a new mission among the young girls. Now we FMAs, we are working in 5 continents, in America, in Africa, Europe, in Asia and Oceania. This is our present Mother General, Sister Chiara Cazzuela.
Foundress of a religious congregation that has today spread throughout the world, presenting Saint Mary Mazzarrello, a peasant girl born in a village of Mornese, Italy, on 9th May 1837. She grew up like any other child of her age, playful, naughty, vain, lively, and dutiful towards her family. But as she grew up, guided by her wise and holy parents and her parish priest, Father Pestorino, she became tuned to the divine. Love of God and prayer became her priority. Her only desire was to please God in all that she thought, said, and did. She was a strong young girl whose work in the vineyard was better than the men who worked with her. Hard-working, dedicated and joyful was she in whatever she did. In the midst of her diligent work, she would often turn to God in silent prayer. Mary Mazzarrello never refused an offer to be of help to others. When the typhoid epidemic struck Mornese and she realized that her services were needed, she generously offered herself. She said, "I know I will contract the disease, but nevertheless I will go." That was the turning point of her life. After serving her typhoid-struck relatives and nurturing them back to life, she was on her deathbed. But God had greater plans for her. She did recover, but didn't gain her former strength and couldn't do hard manual work like before. A vision on the hill of Borgo Alto came as a divine revelation of God's marvelous designs for